Hi guys, welcome back to Miss Jojo Twin. Today I'm going to do a naked 2 palette look. I know a few of you have been asking where do I get the naked palette from, because I absolutely love it, see you do it, and what looks can I do. So since some of you have been buying the naked 2 palette, I thought I'd show you a look that you can wear. This is very evening approachable, so I'll just sort of zoom you in so you can see the eyes. Hi guys, welcome back to Miss Jojo Twin. Today I'm going to do a naked 2 palette look. I know a few of you have been asking where do I get the naked palette from, because I absolutely love it, see you do it, and what looks can I do. So since some of you have been buying the naked 2 palette, I thought I'd show you a look that you can wear. This is very evening approachable, so I'll just sort of zoom you in so you can see the eyes. So very fun, very evening wearable, and if you can do it, wear it in the day. And just a little information of where I get mine from. I get mine from Debenhams. I live near Swansea, and Debenhams in Swansea doesn't have an Urban Decay stand, so I get mine online, and at the moment I believe it's 10% off. It is a little bit pricey, I think it's like £32 something at the moment, but what I think, there's 12 eyeshadows in here and they cost about £2 something each if you divide it down, and it comes with a dual-ended brush which is free with it, and a lip gloss. So I think this is really worth it. I can use this every single day without using any other one. So without me blabbering on too much, let's get into the video. So I'm going to prime my lid with a Painterly Paint Pot from MAC, and this is just a creamy base just to help things stick a bit. So just applying that with my little finger and just applying that all over the lid, and this will help neutralise any sort of veins or anything else I have. Probably you guys don't have that, it's just going to be me on that one because of my paleness. So right up to the brow bone and across the lid, and really concentrating it on the lid because that's where most of the eyeshadows are going to go. So going into my naked palette, and I'm only going to use the naked palette for eyeshadows. So if you've not seen it before, I should probably show you a bit better. So this is it, the naked 2 palette. I'm going to go in with a flat brush. Oh, I'm losing all my brushes. So with a flat brush, I'm going to be using Half Baked, which is this colour here. Oh, why does it go yellowy? This colour here. And just with a flat brush, I'm going to be applying that to the inner corner of the eye. So just mainly the inner half. No need to go all the way out because I'm going to put a different colour on the other edge. And then just turning my flat brush round so it's facing that side, I'm going to be using YDK from the Naked 2 palette again, and this is this rose colour here, so that's this colour there. And I'm just going to be using the other side and just applying that on the outer half of the lid, and maybe slightly blend over where I've just put that goldy shade. So just applying that on the lid, not going any further or higher up. So make sure you tap the excess off and literally press it into the eye, not brushing back and forth because it'll just all fall down there. So just light little dabbing movement in order to press the eyeshadow on. I'm going to use a Bobbi Brown fluffy crease brush, and this won't apply a lot of the eyeshadow, it'll just diffuse it slightly. So I'm going to go into this colour Tease, so it's the matte shade in the palette, and just applying that on the crease, and this is going to help transition the dark colour that I'm going to put in there in a minute. So just blending it back and forth, not up to the brow bone, just right in the crease. So it's just a light little layer there. And then I'm going to go into the crease with Busted, which is a browny sort of shimmery reddish tone brown, and just applying that with a MAC 217 brush, which is just a fluffy, quite stiff brush, tapping the excess off and applying that literally just in the crease. So try not going too high up because we can always blend to make it go higher up, but it's easier just to place right into that corner and that edge, and then blending a bit further up if need be. And I'm also going to apply a little bit into that V there. So if you're wondering what I'm talking about, the V goes down like that, around like that, so it looks a bit like a V shape. So now with a small brush, whichever one you have, this is just a Gemma Kid Duo sided brush. I'm just going to use the smaller side and go into Blackout, which is a matte black. This one at the end. And just dab in the top of my brush in it, so just the end, and just literally concentrating this just into that corner crease there, coming down into the V. But I don't want to go further than my eyebrow arch, so just keeping it on the outside. Because that looks quite harsh at the moment, I want to try and blend that out. So I'm just going to go back into my 217 and just back and forth in light motions, blending this out into the busted that we've put in there. So now that's blended out and I'm really happy with that colour, I'm just going to go into Foxy, which is a matte yellowy buttery sort of colour, and I'm just going to be placing that on the brow bone, and this can help erase any sort of, if you've brought it up a bit too much, it can help sort of bring those colours a little bit back down as well, because I don't want to go too high up, I want to leave some space. Because we don't want to look like Pat Butcher? I don't really watch EastEnders, but I know she has horrendous makeup. On purpose, obviously. Now in the inner tear duct area, so this area here, I'm going to go into his booty call, which is a shimmery sort of pink colour, but it's really light. So I'm just going to be applying that right in the inner tear duct area, so just slightly above and underneath, bringing that out towards where the red bit ends. By the way, if you can see, you probably can see this, but I haven't got any makeup on the rest of my face because I know these do fall down, so I'm just going to do the eyes first and then work around the face and clean up any mess that I've done with the eyeshadow. So now it's time for eyeliner. So I'm going to be using Super Cat by Soap & Glory eyeliner. This is my favourite eyeliner at the moment, and I'm going to try to match up that eye with that eye, which can be a challenge sometimes, but it's practice and patience. So what I'm going to do, I've got the naked mirror down here just below me, and I'm going to be looking down. I'm just going to create a line from the edge there and going out towards there as a marker. So then I'm going to try and stay as close to the lash line as I possibly can in order to create this line. So remember, you don't have to do it all in one go, you just do little strokes until you match up all the lines in order for it to look really good. Sorry guys, my camera died then. I think it wanted a bit more room and space on the memory card, so I'm just going to carry on to where it cut off. So where that little mark that we've done, you want to bring it back into the eye, so you turn the pen round and bring it towards the inside of the eye. Oh, I need my mirror, that might help. Now for the waterline, I'm going to be using Urban Decay's eyeliner pencil in 0, and just applying that onto the waterline. A little bit on the lash line, just a tiny amount, and I'll smudge that out, and just in this corner here, just tight lighting line. I've just applied the eyeliner on the waterline and just a tiny bit on the lash line. I'm just going to blend that with my fingers, just really lightly, just to smudge out that and not for it to be too much of a harsh line. I noticed I've got a tiny bit more of that booty call there, so I'm going to add a little bit more booty call on this side of the eye. Brighten that area up. Obviously, if you've got smaller eyes where you find if you put eyeliner all the way around it's really heavy, you can skip the bottom step. What I would do is just add a little bit of maybe the busted on the outer corner there, but keeping this area quite light, so using quite a lot more of booty call in order to keep that side of the area, the eye, quite bright. So now I'm going to move on to the face. So I'm going to zoom you out and clean up the fallout that I've got all down here. You probably can't see that on camera, but I definitely can, so I'm going to remove that a bit, okay? So I'm going to be using my NARS Sheer Glow foundation, and I'm going to be using a beauty blender. You can get a cheaper version of the beauty blender online, which I'll probably link below if you are interested, but it's basically a sponge, and I just thought I'd use this for a change instead of my brushes. So just adding a bit onto the sponge and just dabbing that mostly on the centre of my face, and then bouncing that around the skin. By the way, I've forgotten to put some mascara on, so I'm going to do that now. So if you haven't put yours on yet, put yours on. I'm going to be using Flawless Definition Mascara Volumizing by Bare Minerals, which is my favourite mascara, and putting that on the top and bottom eyelashes. So I'm going to use Coralista blusher by Benefit, and just applying that with a buffing brush from Real Techniques, and just applying a little bit on the cheeks and blending backwards. So right on the apples. And for my lips, I'm going to be using Beehive from number 17, and putting that all over the lips. So this is my Naked 2 palette makeup look. So I hope you enjoy, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye guys!